Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome to the Ladies in the Living Room. You've got Laura and Kristen.
Hello.
And we are here on the most stunning afternoon.
It is such a beautiful day.
What a day.
Yeah.
No humidity here in Eastchester, New York, where we are. No humidity, beautiful sun, big fluffy clouds. It's one for the record books.
Perfect weather.
All right. Well, we've got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Kristen had a very exciting evening last night that we're going to
did.
talk about. She went to see our friend Jackie Goldschneider
Yes.
at her book signing, and we just got a few other little tidbits. Kim Zolciak Bierman on Oh My Heavens to God, Murgatroyd is an old saying, but holy moly. On the Surreal Life, didn't even know it was still on, but we're going to talk about that because she's on it, and my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, you got to fill
And
me
a
in on
few
that.
other things. Watch What Happens Live. So without further ado, let's get going.
Yes.
Kristen.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. How are you?
I'm still on a high.
Are you still
Because I
flying
met Jackie
high?
Goldschneider last night.
Oh my. Okay. I want to hear the whole thing. Okay, so I just want to preface it by saying,
Yeah.
I want to hear every little detail. But Kristen came in when we did our podcast on Tuesday night. We were doing Jersey. She said, "Oh my gosh, Jackie is going to be in Paramus."
Yes.
And anytime I think of Paramus, this is just a total side note, I think of the movie Soap Dish with Whoopi Goldberg and Sally Field. And they used to go to do you remember that movie? They used to go to a mall in Paramus when she needed to be pumped up because she was a soap star.
Okay.
It was just funny. They're like, come on, let's go to Paramus. So it always makes me think of that. I don't know, but it just
when
makes
fans would come over to her.
Right. Fans would come over.
I
She'd be
didn't
like,
know that was
let's
Paramus.
go to Paramus. Anyway, so what I thought of that immediately, but Kristen was like, I'm going to Paramus. I couldn't make it. Kristen got there without me. I'm so jealous. I want to hear it all. Let's talk to me. What I mean, Kristen's only said amazing things.
I'm going to say this is her book right
The
here.
Weight
The
of
Weight
Beautiful.
of Beautiful.
She's beautiful. I mean, she's a stunner.
She's stunning. When I met her, waited online, she was so generous with her time with everybody.
This is so great.
She was lovely. I know. And the minute I walked up to her, I just immediately said, "You're even more beautiful in person."
Aww.
She really, I mean, she's beautiful.
I know. Sometimes you really don't get it. Like you do on TV, but like when they're in person, you're like, oh, you're really just gorgeous because they're all made up and they're all, everybody's glam.
Yes.
So tell me about
just like very naturally beautiful and really such a lovely person.
Oh, that's so nice. Let me tell you, that's so great to hear because there's so many times, me being in the entertainment business for quite a long time, as an actress, as a comedian, also as a publicist, I've kind of done it from both sides of the camera. And you can meet people that you really want to meet, and then you're so mad that you met them. Yeah, because it's really bad.
Because they're not that nice.
Because they ain't so nice.
Exactly.
And you're like, oh, you're a wreck. You're a mess. Like, what's
It's
happening?
almost like, don't you think, you killed the fantasy in my mind of you. Like, you're not who I thought you were.
So many celebrities don't like to go on talk shows because they have to then act and be the person that everybody thinks they are when they're just this little bit of a ding-a-ling. As Emily would say, a ding-dong, a ding-a-ling, ding-dong from Orange County, but we'll get to Orange County in a little bit. So let's talk more about Jackie. So you bumped into her husband, right?
Yeah, so I'm waiting online and I hear somebody to the side go, "Oh, hello." And I turn and it's Evan Goldschneider. I mean,
you said is also like a very handsome fella.
Oh, he's quite a handsome man.
And
so a really, truly beautiful couple.
Oh.
I mean, and their children were there and their children are beautiful.
Oh, how sweet.
So just a beautiful
I love
family.
That the whole family was there. Like, the
whole family was there supporting her.
I mean, that's
it was very sweet. Yeah, it was very sweet.
And we also found out that Evan
he's from Scarsdale.
It's from Scarsdale, which
is right in our backyard.
Yeah, this is basically Kristen's address is Scarsdale.
Exactly.
So there you go. It's not that far. You actually live there.
Yeah, because she asked me, she was very inquisitive, like so sweet. She's like, where are you from? I said, New York. Where are you from in New York? I said, Westchester. She goes, oh, where in Westchester? I said, Eastchester. She goes, oh, Evan's from Scarsdale. We're in Westchester a lot.
Come on.
So
I
that
love
was
it.
great. We were sharing some stories about some places that she had been to recently in Eastchester.
Oh, how fun.
It was just so funny.
It's so great to hear that she wasn't, because you can just imagine that some of them are just there for the money, like go away. Like it sounds like Jackie really was appreciative that you came.
She was.
I would have loved to have gone with you. It just didn't work out. So what I mean, look at this. First of all, this book.
I know. I'm gonna show it again. It was just like
really show the inscription. Show for our YouTube
she
for our
wrote a
YouTubers.
lovely note to me in the book.
What does it say? Read it.
So wonderful to meet you. Wishing you so much happiness and success. And I think she might have written that because I told her about our podcast. And I said, we have a podcast. I gave her our card. I said, we would love
Jackie,
to have
come
you
on. We would love to talk to you about the book.
Oh, it'd be great to have her on and talk about her book.
Yeah, and, of course, we would love to talk about the Housewives, too. But the book really is important because, as we were just talking a teeny bit, we try not to talk off pod. We try not to. But we were just talking about how, as women, of course, we were girls before we were women, and how this is so many of us. I mean, I've had issues with my weight and with food my entire life, and it just, continues to rage on.
Yeah.
Always. And the title is really profound, I think.
The Weight of Beautiful. Yeah. I mean,
because if you look at Jackie, right, you would never think, how could this gorgeous, beautiful woman be insecure about her looks and what could possibly be her problem? Look at that, right? And it's always, of course, the old saying, never judge a book by its cover, because you just never would know. So we got to thank Jackie for bringing this out and giving it a platform. A lot of people have, but
bringing
it
awareness
can't be
to
enough.
It. I think sharing her story, being a celebrity, it really it reaches to people. So I mean, I've had my things growing up. I'm constantly criticizing myself about body image. Had body image issues. I had some eating disorder things going on when I was in high school.
I mean, it's like who didn't?
In college. So it's yeah.
But amazing, and it's not like it's something that doesn't track even to this day. You know what I mean? Like, Like we're such a victim of the magazines and the TV. And now these young girls with social media, I mean.
Oh, I know. It's
and
so
boys. And young girls and boys.
Oh,
just with everything that's being bombarded constantly.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah. We actually, and something came up when I was talking to Jackie about social media and the hate that's out there. This was just a general comment. There's a lot of hate on social media. And
there is.
There's a lot. And, her as a housewife, like, gets a lot of it. Like, a lot of them do.
I can only imagine the skin you must have to have.
The skin you must have to have. And it was funny.
Teflon.
Yes. And I even said to her, I said, I would love to see you back on the Housewives next season, and I'd love to see you as a full-time cast member. And she actually said she's more comfortable being the friend of right now because, you have to be in a lot more scenes. Her family has to be in it a lot more.
So she doesn't
her
have to.
family shies away
she
from
can just
that
do
a little
it
bit.
in her own time.
She could do it more on her terms, which makes sense.
Which is great.
I understood. It was great. Yeah.
It sounds like Jackie is a gal's gal.
She
is. Which I love.
Yes. I mean,
isn't it so different when you meet someone too?
Yeah.
Like you can see somebody on TV, but Jackie also does come off a lot softer than like Jen Fessler does. Not that they're not tough, but they're just
they're more grounded.
They're more grounded, right?
And
they're
maybe
not,
I dare say a little normal.
Right. Actually, right. Relatable, right?
Yes.
Going, look, I've had these problems. I have these issues. I'm writing about it in a book.
Yes.
I'm here with my family. Like, how sweet.
Yes.
And I love that she's there with her kids and
it was really
adorable.
It was just so darling, the whole thing. It was such a nice experience. Now I love her even more.
See,
I'm always a Jackie girl, but now I really love Jackie.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, she's
this is great. Oh my God, Jackie.
Please come
this
back
is
to the
awesome.
Housewives
Yes,
next season.
Come on. Yes. And we would love to have you on and chat more about the book.
Oh, we would love to have Jackie. If you're listening, we'd love to have you on.
Yay.
She would be amazing.
Amazing.
But and one more thing I will share.
Please.
She too doesn't know what's going to happen for the next season. She said,
I don't
have
think
no
any
idea.
of them do.
Yeah, like it's just we all just have to wait and see. So it's going to be interesting. She said the last episode with Rails is going to be very interesting.
They just filmed it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And look, it sounds like she's had a great run, even whether she stays, whether she goes. And it sounds like she's got it in a place where it's good. Like, I'm here as a friend. If I'm not back, okay, but
great attitude about the whole thing.
Yeah, and
she
kind of
brought
amazing.
She brought some good things to the season.
She did.
The season has been a little bit of a sleeper at times with Jersey.
Yeah.
But she stirred some things up in a great way. The stuff with her and Marge,
and now her and Teresa are really good friends.
And her and Teresa are good friends, so she bridged a new friendship
right.
there.
And even if she can walk away with some actual real friendships, well then. Hot diggity for them.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, awesome.
Yeah, totally.
Right? What else can you ask for? So, all right.
Yes.
I mean, what a great night. I'm sorry that I missed
it.
It
was my highlight. I just loved it.
Paramus, New Jersey. Let's go to Paramus.
Barnes and Noble.
Who knew?
Do you know what I saw on Instagram this morning?
Talk to
Jen
me.
Aiden is doing some kind of personal appearance in Paramus today.
What's with Paramus?
At the Aiden Spa. So I think she's doing some kind of a promotional appearance.
Wait a minute. Yes, she's doing. And by the way, they were giving away like Botox.
That's
way
it.
less.
Fillers.
Like way less.
Yes.
I'm talking about way underpriced.
Yeah.
So I don't know who they're trying to get in there. I don't know, but there's definitely
build up some business. I don't know.
Maybe. Do you think Bill's business has suffered because of Jen?
Maybe. I would almost think it would have got
the way she's
more
behaved,
business, but the way she's behaved this season,
I think the people that would be attracted to her behavior are not going to be the actual pinnacles of society. So, and definitely maybe not people who would be going into Aiden plastic surgery at any time. Soon. So who knows? But well, we're not making it over to Aiden plastic surgery. But you know what? I wanted to go back also, just one more comment about when you said there's so much hate on social media. So yesterday, Tree came out with this, a comment, just the hate on social media. They're coming after my family. They're coming after our businesses. Love, love, love.
Coming after her castmates. She said it all.
Yeah, like she's sort of had it. Yeah. And I wonder if it's just now getting to a point where she's like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Enough is enough.
Louis, I don't know. There's trouble there.
Yeah.
We got trouble right here in Jersey City.
Yeah. Because I read that post too, and I was thinking, what was the purpose of this? I see the message
just,
that
like,
she
back
put
off.
out, but it was just, I guess it's just
like
I
please.
got to put this out here. Stop it already.
Who knows? Maybe Tree's going to go, bye-bye.
Yeah.
I doubt it highly.
Yeah.
But one never knows anyway. So that was just a little mention. All right. So awesome. Love it. Go,
Love
Jackie.
It.
Go The Weight of Beautiful. Go out and get the book.
You sell millions of your books.
That's right. You go, Jackie. And you look gorgeous on the cover. All right. And we'll post the picture on Littler Podcast.
Yes.
Litlr. Why can't I ever get that?
Oh, I know. I
Ladies
get it
in
wrong, too.
The Living Room Podcast. It'll be on our Instagram. You can see Kristen and Jackie looking adorable. So cute. All right. I have to mention this before we get into OC to recap.
Yeah.
I needed to mention flipping through the dial the other night. And I can't believe that the Surreal Life is still on. But it actually says premiere.
I didn't even know it was still on.
It says premiere.
Okay.
And I'm like, wait a second. The last time I watched it, it was like Vern Troyer or like Shasta McNasty, a.k.a. Mini-Me in the, in the Mini-Me in all the Austin Powers movies was on it. Okay, so we're talking now. Oh, my God. I don't know, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years. I don't know how, but it's a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then I flip it on, and who do I see but Kim Zolciak.
Wow.
Bierman. Or she dropped Bierman.
Okay.
What she did
so
to
she's
poor
back to
Croy.
just Kim Zolciak.
I don't know if she's up to, but oh my God. Talk about thirsty.
A little thirsty.
And desperate. Oh my God. First of all, I couldn't believe she was like, isn't it sad that I feel more comfortable talking to all you strangers than to my own husband? Meanwhile, I feel like, listen, Croy, just followed Kim. Like, I knew Croy didn't have that kind of money. Like, he's having the jewelers over to the house like every 5 seconds. Like, what could he have had? $5 million? That'll go in 12 seconds when Kim's spending it like crazy on you.
Oh my God.
I think she's a mess and a disaster. I never want to see anybody do bad because she's got, 6 kids, 4.
They have so many kids.
She's got 4, and then the 2 girls.
The 2 from her first marriage.
Her kids are great. They're adorable, but what a mess. But what was even a bigger mess is Chet Hanks. Oh my! Do you know who Chet Hanks is?
Yes,
Tom Hanks' son, who's another disaster wild card.
Too, right?
Okay, so he's on there, and the 2 of them are clearly like flirting, and now it's like a whole thing.
Oh my God!
And they're like,
she's a lot older than him, right?
She's wearing this like green, like half lycra bodysuit. She looked like the Brady Bunch when they were the Platters, the silver Platters, when they were singing "Keep on, keep on doing it right." We're talking about way back in the 70s.
Yeah.
Or God knows. But this weird outfit, but obviously he's digging it. And I couldn't even bring myself to watch really much more of it. I maybe saw like 5 minutes.
Wow.
But I did happen to see the coming attractions for next week. And they're like, so where are there no cameras? And she's like, well, there are no cameras in the bathroom. And then you see the 2 of them like wandering off to go hook up in the bathroom. Ew.
Wow. Ew.
Ew.
Okay.
Ew.
So is she even officially divorced yet? Like,
I don't even know.
It's
all I know is there was
divorce
cops
paper
constantly at the house. The house has been in foreclosure 1,000 times over.
Oh my God.
It is so
ew.
Like I can't even believe. I mean, she's got to be desperate.
She's in the news all the time too.
Well, she's
I
always
keep
posting
seeing articles about the divorce, when the divorce is going to happen. The divorce went on pause.
They are
the divorce
broke.
went back on.
I mean, dead.
They're broke. Right, the house going into foreclosure.
How are they even feeding their kids? Well, I know she's on this, getting paid to be on the Surreal Life.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's a disaster.
She probably doesn't have a choice.
And by the way, Kim, Chet's really. I don't know that. He's really that far in with his parents. So he might be the black sheep of that family, allegedly. So just don't think there's like a big money pot at the end of that rainbow coming out of the bathroom on the Surreal Life. So,
she might not
my
be getting
God.
into Tom Hanks' bank account.
I'm keeping my eye on the Surreal Life.
Okay.
I can't believe I even saw it, discovered it, but there it is.
We shall monitor this.
And there's Kim in her full wig mode.
Okay.
All right. So back almost to OC. Watch What Happens Live last night.
Okay. So
Gina.
It was Gina and Josh Flagg.
Josh Flagg, who looked like the Count of Monte Cristo.
He did.
He looked like he was going to come flying in on a candelabra. With he had a beautiful velvet black blazer, like double-breasted blazer. But then he has this like shirt that looks like it's Joker. It almost looked like the puffy shirt from Seinfeld. Like it wasn't the puffy shirt, but he had it. It was just I don't know. He just looked.
He looked
odd.
Stiff.
He looked stiff.
I'm telling you, he almost looked slightly uncomfortable.
Count of Monte Cristo is all I thought of.
Like he was in the dental chair.
Like hi, and I love that Josh is like, oh yeah, I have a new boyfriend. Like the old boyfriend was too young.
Yeah.
Now he's got a new boyfriend who's New York, LA, and he's LA, New York now. So Josh gets around. Josh is not spending any lonely nights.
No, not many at all.
In his flat home.
He's always got
Beverly
someone
Hills.
in his life of some kind. He does seem to be the relationship guy. He was married. I mean, he's into the relationship
he's definitely
thing.
Yeah.
But he's not alone a lot.
He's
definitely not
be alone.
No, he can't.
But we love a good Josh Flagg moment.
Yeah,
so
we do.
All I could think of was Count of Monte Cristo.
He's
Gina
very
looked
entertaining to me.
He is. He's classic. I mean, I think he said he's been on Bravo for like 17 years.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
it's a long time.
Long time.
Yes. His whole adult life, pretty much. Because
And
what was he,
Gina
like
was
20
great.
when he started?
Gina was great. She was on. She was talking a little bit about, about the show and the polls, and everybody's sort of in Gina's corner about everything that's going on.
Yes.
Which
kind
it's
of
hard
validates
not
what
to
we
be.
were talking about last week.
And it's not hard to be in Gina's corner.
How could you not be in her corner, right? You feel sorry for Jen, but you're in Gina's corner.
We're drinking a little Friday afternoon champagne
We are.
rosé.
Cheers.
Cheers. Holding it up there.
Happy
We got our
Friday.
flutes. Ooh, it's crispy cold and
So
perfect.
good. It's like a rosé champagne.
It's a rosé champ. one for Heather Dubrow, except she only drinks the Vouv, right?
Heather the champ.
Her little Heather Dubrow champagne call sign is in.
I love it.
In the clubhouse on Watch What Happens Live.
That's
from the old house.
Yes.
All right, let's get going then on OC. Little recap
called,
of the episode.
Yes.
What's
Episode
it called?
3, Red Flags and Flag Football.
What? Whose idea was this? I mean, I get it was around the time of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But holy baloney. All I know is
funny.
Shannon took a dip. Boy, Shannon went down hard at one point during that flag football. I was like, ow. Shannon, are you all right? Storms Bador. Are you right there, Shannon?
She was all into that game.
She was like,
she was playing
She
hard.
was not kidding around.
She
But
wasn't kidding around.
She's got a lot of anger to burn off.
She does.
Right now.
Yes.
All right, what was the
and
name
her
of
arch nemesis was on the other team.
Oh, my God. Alexis is, oh my God. All right.
Okay.
Well, they finished it up by the finish. That girl, this girl, Gina, this girl, don't run me over with your bullshit.
She is upset.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, she's upset.
So she gets in the car. She buzzes back her girl, Emily, who I love really more than anything.
Emily, like I say, she is the comedy of that show.
She's killing me.
She is so funny.
And she's so pretty and so stunning.
Yeah.
She looks so pretty. I mean, we'll talk about that, but she looks so pretty in this
amazing
photo shoot. She really is gorgeous.
That photo shoot. She looks fantastic.
For Shane, who I just, I can't. But so Gina calls Emily and Jen calls Shannon.
Yes.
Oh, but this was funny.
So
when
they're recapping to their other friends about what happened.
And Gina was like, I can't believe how she's handling this, right? And then Jen was like, she fired at me. Like, you get your hair done and your tracks tighten. I'm guessing that her tracks are her hair extensions. I've never heard them referred to as tracks.
Me neither.
You get your hair done and your tracks tighten, but you don't pay your rent. Which was great. I mean, come on, Jen.
Yeah, I think
Jen.
her priorities
Pay
are
your rent.
definitely out of place. But
she's so, God bless her. She's just so out of touch. Like, she's just sending us back. The woman's movement is just in the toilet with this one.
It is. I mean, when they're talking about it after their flag football game, and Jen is explaining how she's been taken care of her whole life. So she really, what is she, 46 years old?
She said she's never felt stress. She's never felt fear.
No.
Well,
and she never had a credit card
for
in
you.
her name.
She never had a credit card?
I mean, that's...
What?
Yeah, I mean, that's a sheltered
She's 46.
type of life.
She said, like, I get it.
Yeah.
That you had a man take, but come on.
I know.
Girl.
I know.
Girl, but now it's no longer. You can't take a $24,000 a month rent.
Yeah.
Wouldn't she have made sense? Like, Gina was like, look, she's like, I thought you would Gina would understand. She moved into the casita. Right.
Yeah.
She moved into the casita because she didn't take a $24,000 house and just hoping that the universe pays for it.
She took a tiny little cottage,
exactly.
right?
And by
she
the
just
way,
said, I'm going to put my family here, and I got to start at the bottom.
By the way, she's like, Gina, I thought you would understand. Gina did understand, which is why Gina helped her in the first place.
Yes.
And got her in there with no credit check. Like, Gina hooked you up. So it seems that everybody is on Gina's side.
As a new realtor, she went to bat for Jen so hard to get her this house and get her what she wanted and to help her out. And then this was she got in return, and it's hurting her business. I totally understand that.
And come on, it cost her the $50,000, like she said, because the lady wouldn't call her back.
Yes.
You know, the other realtor. But like Jen's got
she doesn't even want to deal with
it. But they sort of did. But yeah.
But we're talking about where Emily said about Jen. She's Malibu broke Barbie.
Oh, that was great. She's like, she was like, I'll see you there. I'm sure you'll be in full glam. And she was like, I'll be there with hair extension and Malibu broke Barbie. I was like, oh my God, Emily, I love.
What a perfect way to say.
But I love that she also said something to the effect of, let them live in ding dong land. I was like, Emily, you are hilarious.
I know.
So
she's the best.
It was just funny.
Very funny.
So, all right. Then we get to the Tamra saying she's ready for the flag football, but she's not ready for Shannon. She'll be around her, but she doesn't want anything deep, which is what she said last episode.
Yes. She's already like, I can't wait to see what she's going to wear. She's talking to her assistants about it. Like,
what is that?
Why are you gearing?
Who gives a crap?
Look,
it's a flag football
Tamra,
game.
But why are you gearing yourself up to like take this poor Shannon down when she's already down? She's got a lot going
when Shannon's
on.
like, according to Tamra,
yeah,
I'm a horrible person.
Okay.
I'm horrible. So, all right, they get there, and Emily's like, I need a skinny margarita. You've got one for me? skinny margarita.
And I love how Katie's there, and she's like, "I'll have a margarita." Like,
I love Katie.
Best way to start out this game. I like her.
Is gonna be my new favorite.
Emily's
my favorite. I'm falling in love every week with Emily.
Emily's my favorite.
But
the show wouldn't nearly be as interesting.
I'm gonna fall in love later in the season with Katie, but I'm already falling in love with Katie.
She's just cool, chill.
Yeah,
like she's like the cool girl that entered into the group and eased in.
Yep, she's a great she's seamless. She's coming in.
She came in very nicely. So.
And then of course Heather Dubrow showed up and she's like, "There's no designer referee shirt, only polyester." Sad.
I feel bad for her. So what did she do?
Sad,
she tied a knot in the shirt to make it look.
She's like, "Put a knot in just to add a little zhuzh." All right, Heather. Heather enjoyed the whistle, and it was funny when Emily said something.
Oh, she made a comment about that too.
She's got something at home, like, go make money, Terry. Go make money. Go do this. Go do that. Which I'm sure is not far off, right, Heather?
We love you. Not see Heather with a whistle in her house.
Heather's awesome.
What was that like in the
like
Sound
Heather
of Music?
Too.
Remember when they had the whistle with the Von Trapp children? That's Heather.
Sing. March. Yes, the Von Trapps.
Oh my God. So, yep, she's definitely got things
Jen
in order.
Jen was a little uneasy to see Gina. But of course, I mean, they're both not,
Yeah, well, they didn't end things very well at the coffee shop.
Right. I mean, of course. And then, of course, they have the team captains, Tamra and Emily. And Tamra, team love. Tamra, I don't know. I wouldn't call exactly Tamra team love. But who said something
Is
like...
she all about the love?
Oh, Katie.
She's not about the love
She's not about the love. No, she's not exactly exuding love at this point. But not that she's not, but you know what I mean. And then
at the moment,
Katie said, "I'm going to be let's be team forgiveness and acceptance." And then I don't know who said it, but she's like, "Boy, are you in the wrong crowd?" Was that Tamra said that?
It was Tamra, or maybe it was Emily. I don't know.
I think it was Emily. It was off
camera.
Thing. It was off camera. You didn't see who said it, but I was like, exactly.
Yes.
But then they became the Destroyers.
Okay, that I like.
I did. I like that too.
That
and their
worked.
Team love.
Yeah. Well, we know. I think the main destroyer in that team was Shannon. Like she was ready to destroy.
Shannon. All I know is Shannon went down hard on that sand at one point.
Did.
I was like, "Ow!" That would have left me like needing a bottle of Advil. It looked like she hit it in a minute.
I think she said she lost a nail. I mean, she
right.
A couple
Somebody
of nails.
lost a nail.
Yeah, something happened.
But Jen was explaining to the gals.
They were roughing it.
They were roughing it.
Yeah.
On the old sand, on the ocean front, drinking margaritas.
Right.
Jenna was explaining to the gals about the Gina situation. It's like, all right, we get it. It's not really that big a deal.
Well, even Tamra said, I understand where Gina's coming from. Like, even Tamra, I think they all kind of go, we have to know, you have to understand.
They're all, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's business. Come now.
I know. Yeah, of course.
And then Shannon said to Emily, I thought that was funny. She just walks up and she's like, "Did Alexis talk about her sex life with John?" She's just like, and then so Emily's like, "Yeah, 4 times a day."
Yeah. She just came right out with it.
She's like, yeah, 4 times a day. And then Shannon said something to the effect of like, as I pour myself more rosé champagne.
Oh yeah.
She said something to the effect of like, "What kind of pill are you taking? If you're 62 and having sex 4 times a day.
What are you taking?"
Of course he's taking a pill.
Of course he is.
And then this other
What is it, Viagra? He's got to be on something.
Oh, and then Emily was like, "Oh, I'd die if I had to have sex 4 times a day. I'd hide in the closet." I was like, I would hide in the closet too.
I think I would too.
I would move, as a matter of fact. I wouldn't stay in the house.
Walk.
Excuse me, who would?
I mean, come on.
Come on.
Yeah, all right. So
Alexis. Gross.
I think here's the thing with Alexis. We talked about this last week. She's a 40-something-year-old woman trapped in a 13-year-old.
I don't even think.
A 13-year-old
13.
mindset.
That's
right?
the first
She's
teen
13
year.
trapped in a 40-something-year-old body.
Oh, and so immature, like
pretty much. Yeah,
like a big clown show.
Yeah, I
around.
bet it's a bit annoying. And then something about now I'm going to call it GymGate. Something about the gym came up.
Because that was Shannon.
Okay.
Shannon took John to her trainer. So that's Shannon's gym. And she's like, Shannon's like, find your own gym. Yeah. Find your own gym. You don't have to be in my gym. Wait, you got to take my trainer too. And
even Gina said there's a gym in every corner.
Right. She's like, it's the OC. There's what. And then she was like, literally, why do you? She was like, they were there a half an hour before I got there. And then, of course, Alexis has to chime in with like, oh, that's Johnny's trainer.
Yeah.
And what does she own the gym? She doesn't own the gym. Does she buy the gym? She doesn't own it. Like, Alexis. She just bugs me. And you can't even hate Alexis. She's just too dumb and
she's a nut.
You know what we're going to call
annoying.
it? I just had a thing. You know how I'm always like the dumb. We're going to have the dumb lollipops for the day. And the dumb lollipop of this episode goes to Alexis, or the last three, right? We're 3 deep now. Goes to Alexis. The dumb lollipop award of
wins.
The day. So it was all this baloney about the gym. She is a
dumb. I mean, the whole thing with the gym. Look, I think obviously Shannon's still very vulnerable right now. Everything is still very raw about everything that's going on.
She's handling herself really well.
She's handling herself beautifully.
She looks great.
She looks amazing.
I don't even know if she had a drink. Not that I would even be checking that out, because you can still have a drink.
I wasn't paying attention to that.
You can still have a drink if you want here and there, but she's doing good.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Yes.
And then they all seem so. Then Alexis takes off. She was like, "I'm going to my son's formal. Do I look?" I'm like, "You were just rolling around the sand. Now you're going to a Christmas formal or whatever, a graduate." I don't know what she was going to, but
honestly, who cares, right?
Right.
It's like,
who gives a shite about it?
But it
Paulie
looks like
was there. Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit? As Paulie would say, who gives a
shit? Shite.
So Gina and Jenn do finally talk.
Oh, that was nice. Yeah.
And I think Gina, was
calmed down a little.
She calmed down a little bit. I'm sorry.
And then
I came out a little harsh.
She was like, "I want good things for you."
Yeah.
And blah, blah. But then she got all emotional.
She did. And I think she got emotional about her personal life with Travis.
Right. And she was like, "I'm still in it, though."
So she's got stuff going on.
Right. She was saying, "I'm still in it," meaning financially, meaning now trying to navigate this of it's funny because she's like the house isn't big enough for her kids. And then Travis was like, Gina, when they had their little talk.
Yeah.
It's like, Gina, don't make this about the kids. This is about you. We think the kids all want to stay together. But I see where Gina's coming from. She doesn't need the toxicity of his ex, who's apparently making life misery for him.
That's right.
Then ultimately it goes back on her.
Yeah.
And if
she doesn't need that stress.
And by the way,
right? As much as she loves Travis, because I see a very good relationship there.
And
I see a lot of love there, but
Tamara has to throw in I don't know anybody who moves out and then stays together. But it's like, she obviously needs a little space. Yeah. And by the way, they don't know what Gina's kids are telling her. Gina's kids might be like, "Mom, it's stressing me out.
Yeah.
I don't have enough room." They're teenagers, or they're getting to be teenagers. They care about them right now, which is what a teenager does. What a teenager should be.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So,
well, think about this. I mean, she has 3 kids, right? And he, I think, has 3 kids, 2 or 3 kids.
That's a lot of kids.
That's a lot of kids. They're growing. They're getting bigger, and there's only 3 bedrooms in this house.
And it's not a $24,000 a month
house. 3 kids are in one room.
House.
3 kids are in another. Exactly.
She downsized, and not like our friend Jenn, who's like, Ryan folded in my car payment. And then I think they're trying to also say to
another
Jenn,
guy to take care of her.
Right. They're trying to say to Jenn, Jenn, you're doing the same thing you did with your ex-husband with Ryan.
Yeah.
It doesn't work out with Ryan. Mm-hmm. And then where are you? He's got your car payment. You're living in his house. She's like, without Ryan, I'm homeless and I have no money. But you had no money anyway. I don't know.
Yeah.
Girl, stand on your own 2 feet. Come on, you can do it. You're gorgeous.
I know.
You're not dumb. You have a business that doesn't bring in any money.
Right.
But she does have partners, they said, which is weird.
She has partners. And then
Not
Tamara
weird.
was making the comparison because when Tamara and Eddie had their gym, it wasn't a big money maker.
It was just them.
And she said it was just them, but it wasn't a big money maker. And most gyms are not. So it's not like she's going to get a lot of wealth out of this business, it seems.
And it seems like there's not even just another partner. There are multiple partners.
Yeah, so that's a little...
At a $50 a pop yoga class. If it's just you and you're teaching and doing and cleaning and doing it all, but I'm sure everything's farmed out. So anyway, come on, Jenn.
Yeah.
Stand up.
Get it together.
Come on, girl. You can do it. You can do it.
But I am glad that, Gina and her kind of hashed it out, although Gina called her a squatter at one point.
Oh, my God. That was great. But she's right.
But she kind of looked
She's like, when you were living there as a squatter. Yes, you are.
But she is.
And I get it, Jenn, that you didn't think that your rent, you didn't move in there thinking that your husband was not going to pay your rent anymore. But, honey,
I know.
It's called... Even if he was giving you a $24,000 a month allotment, move into a $10,000 a month place or $15,000 and pocket the rest.
Yes.
You're no longer married.
Right.
The gravy the spigot, the money spigot was going to get shut off at some point, right?
She's
just
not
makes
going to be able to
sense.
maintain that lifestyle with her now ex-husband.
And that was Gina's point.
So,
like, I moved into the casita.
Yeah.
Because, and it was
That's
adorable.
what she had to do.
And by the way, that was adorable, that little casita. It was only her.
Yeah.
And then where was she with the kids when, would she go back to the house and he would leave? That's probably what they did.
Yeah, right. Right now with Travis?
No. When she was with Matt.
With Matt. I think she left and they moved into this casita with the kids. So she really had to.
Kids been in that casita. It was just a one bed. It was a studio.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe I think probably what they were doing was they kept that house, and then he would be there with the kids, and then she would go back, and the kids wouldn't move.
I see.
Because there's no way 3 kids could be in that little casita.
Okay, yeah.
Which was
3 little kids at the time.
Adorable.
Yeah.
I'm really, really liking Gina too.
Yeah, I am too. Last season I was like, is she bringing too much? I did. But she was a little in the background about some things. But she's really, she's the forefront of the last few episodes.
And by the way, the only one I really don't care for is Alexis. All the other ones I'm really enjoying, actually.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I like Heather.
Perfect assessment. I totally
agree. You know what I mean? So, all right.
Yeah,
so
the
now,
one that's annoying is Alexis on this.
Immature. She's just like a bug. You're like,
she is.
Alexis, shut up.
She's a bug.
Shut up. Go away. Go have sex with Johnny J. You're Johnny J.
Go have your 4 sex sessions per day. Go ahead.
So then we have this little Emily and Shannon. Emily's having her 15th anniversary married to little Shane.
And her gift to Shane is her.
I love that.
So sweet.
I thought that was cute. And she was like, and it'll embarrass Shane.
Yeah, but sexy mama.
She's a sexy lady.
She looked amazing.
But I also thought it was relatable. Again, now we're getting back to what we started talking about was with Jackie's book, right? The Weight of Beautiful.
Right.
She's now worried that, and I get it, she's all worried that how many times have I gained and lost 40 pounds in my life? Over and over and over. And now that she's finally to a place where she's worried about it coming back.
Yeah.
And I so
she's
get
going
it, Emily.
excessively almost to the gym.
I so get it. And because she's, always had that, kind of, on her and the weight of it and dragging literal weight and mental weight.
Yes.
So she's, worried about it. And Shannon was, and then they of course cut to the Shannon like taking her shirt off.
Oh yeah.
And I hated that the guy was like, oh wow, like she didn't look that bad. She was only like 170 pounds.
I know.
I mean, I don't, but. The fact was, he's like, oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Shut up.
But I love that.
Shut up.
Right?
She didn't look that bad. Shut up.
No, she always looks good. But I love how she really put it out there to show that scene on TV in front of the world. Like, look what happened to me here. I got to get this taken care of.
I love that.
Here we fast forward to the present where she's come such a long way and looks so amazing.
Oh, she looks
so
great.
Beautiful.
They're great.
So,
and I love that. Oh, they had that bunny mask
best
on.
Shape of her life. So.
That little Batgirl mask made me laugh. Like Shannon was sitting there with that little bunny with them. She looked
both
like Batgirl.
So sexy with that on.
I was like, damn.
And what did
the
Emily
cat
have
of 9 tails or whatever?
Love it.
The cat of 9 or 7 or 6
Maybe
tails.
that's the photo, the present she's going to give to Shane because that was like the best picture.
Yeah, she looked fantastic.
She did.
And I like Shannon or whatever when they were talking more about this stupid ass gym and then
the trainer, but it was a little funny.
Well, she was like, it's single white female, and then she was saying something like, "Oh, he's love bombing you. You're going to the restaurant like he love bombed me. You're going to the same restaurants I'm going to. You're on the boat with him." And she's like, "Have fun being me," or something to that effect, right?
Well,
or good luck trying to be me or something like that.
She even has a dog that looks like Archie.
They were like, "Is that Archie?
God, is that Archie?
You've taken her dog too?" Oh my God, those dogs were so cute.
They were so cute. God. The dog.
Oh, the little cream one, the lab.
Oh my God,
that was Jen's dog, I think.
Yeah,
cute.
I think the Archie one was the cream one. That was Alexis's dog, and he looked just like Archie.
None of it was
and
actually
then there was like
Archie.
A reddish dog that was Jen's, and he was really cute.
Oh my God, the dogs were so cute. But it's
cute.
like
yeah.
Oh, and then Alexis, I don't know, they went dog walking or something.
Yeah, they went for like a dog walk. But before we get to that, I do want to mention how John basically there was more drama with the gym. So
girls,
John and Alexis go to the trainer, and the trainer says something like, I don't want drama.
Right.
And Alexis said, I'm a good Christian girl. And he said, well, then why are you having sex 4 times a day?
And why are you talking shit?
And then Alexis is like, who would have told him that? Shannon.
Oh, right. It had to come from Shannon. Shannon. And now he was like, you're not coming.
Maybe it did. So what?
We're not coming back here. Good. That's the whole point. Shannon wants you to leave her trainer. Go find the 45,000 other gyms, you big ding-a-ling, ding-dongs.
John got very upset, and he stormed out. So they're not going to go to that trainer or that gym anymore. So mission accomplished, Shannon, if you did that. Good for you.
Thank God. I mean, come on, how stupid.
Yeah, I know. But back to the dog walk. So they're all talking.
What happened on the dog walk? I don't even remember.
Jen, and Alexis.
And what are they talking
with their
about?
Dogs.
That was just about the gym.
Yeah, they were talking about, also Jen was talking about her yoga studio, and it doesn't pay the bills. And that was when we were saying earlier how Tamara was saying, in my experience, having the gym, it's not a big moneymaker.
Listen, this
and
girl,
Tamara and Eddie wound up closing that gym.
Right, they did. And I mean, I'm glad that they cut it. But I mean, Cut Fitness, it was called Cut. And that was open for quite a while, though.
It was.
I mean, they did it. You know.
Oh, they had it for a while. I mean, I remember what was it, like 10 years?
If I had still lived in LA, I would have driven my butt right down to Orange County and been like, let's go to a class at Cut Fitness. Cut it.
Totally. I think Tamara had said after COVID, things were starting to kind of go a little downhill with the business.
Well,
understandably so.
And gyms were
downhill.
That was could you imagine owning a gym during COVID?
Oh my God. The last place anyone's going to want to go to
is a gym with sweat and body fluid and
everywhere.
Blah.
So, yeah.
So now we get a little guest appearance by Miss Strack.
I love it.
Name 'em.
One of the best lines ever.
I love that she walks in, though, and it's Katie and Gina. And I love that she's like, well, you had a party. You didn't invite me. She's like, well, that was my fault. I will rectify that next season. Like, just funny. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like
with her
being a housewife,
accent.
they're just so funny. Like, they just call each other out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I love that our friend Katie was talking about Miss Dubrow and how she wasn't so nice. And that she stared her down.
Yeah.
What was that whole thing about she stared her down? And
so they were at, I think it was Sutton's Christmas party.
Yeah, and she heard her talking, and she turned around and gave her the stare down.
Yeah, she just gave her a look and then flipped her head like that and didn't acknowledge her.
She's like, yeah, right. And then she tagged her in a photo. But then Gina said on Watch What Happens Live, she just was a picture of her, and it was Katie was tagged, and Gina was like, it might have just been like a
mistake.
A mistake.
Yeah.
Like, because why would Heather do that?
Why would she? It doesn't seem like something Heather would
and
do.
And it doesn't, right.
So it really does seem like it was
and
a mistake.
I like that Sutton was like, I would not go up against Heather. You're going to get ate like a pig with bacon or something. I don't know. She was like, you're going to get ate. I would not go up against her. But Katie is I love Katie.
I love Katie. Well, I loved how Katie said Katie. Because her and Sutton are from Georgia. So that's how they wound up, something with golf.
Right,
that's
right.
How
it was
they
the golf.
Met, and it was a golf tournament in Georgia.
It was her ex-husband said you have to knew the husband, Katie's husband.
Yeah.
And said you've got to know her.
Yeah.
And they hit it off.
They hit it off.
And
but it was funny how one of the first things that Sutton said to Katie when they met was, "You're a little dim." And then Katie says in return, "Dim, what the fuck are you talking about?" And she goes, and then Sutton respected me for that. And then I love her. And then Katie said,
and what
I love
the hell
Sutton's
is she
bluntness.
talking about? Dim meaning just like boring?
I don't know. Well, remember she called Teddy Mellencamp boring like a couple of seasons
Teddy
ago?
is boring. Poor Teddy. Teddy gets such a bad rap.
Beaten up.
Poor Teddy.
Oh my God.
I mean, not poor Teddy. Teddy's living in a $7 million house. Like, and her father is and I believe her brother, just another aside.
Okay.
I told you I go deep on all these shows, and I'm watching Claim to Fame on ABC.
Okay.
Which is basically all of these celebrity relatives that you have to guess, the other people in the house have to guess. And it's big stars. It's not like, who? I mean, we're talking like John Cryer's niece and Robin Roberts' niece. And
so it's
all
relatives of famous people.
Right. And I'm convinced, I haven't Googled it yet, but I'm convinced that this kid Hudson, is her brother, and John Mellencamp's his dad is on that show.
Okay.
I have to confirm, but I love this show. It's my freaking favorite show next to the BravHos.
Next
to all the Bravo shows. It's called Claim to Fame. It's on Wednesday nights at like 10.
Okay.
But yeah, so speaking of Teddy. So Heather, you're going to get 8.
Quick to call out someone who's a little boring, or in this case to Katie, you're a little dim. But then they wound up kind of bonding over that because Katie gave it back to her and Sutton respected her, and Katie likes Sutton's
You're going to get 8.
So that was good. But then I guess that's... I don't know how serious the fighting is going to get between Katie and Heather, but you could see there's going to be a little cattiness there.
They've got to make a conflict out of something.
They have to make a little conflict. And a lot of times, Heather is the source of the conflict, right?
It's just like snitty stuff, though. It's just like little dumb stuff.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And then I love that Emily was like, Shane and his big gulp. There's a big gulp in the bathroom. There's a big gulp in the laundry room.
She said it takes laps around the house all day.
I thought that was so
And then
funny.
you see footage of him, and that big gulp is all over the place.
And she's like, I work out.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Our kids are seeing not good things happening. But I just had to laugh. I'm like, ew, he must have the worst gas.
Oh, God.
Do you imagine drinking that? I haven't had soda in, 15 years. I mean,
and
most bubbles I'm getting are my seltzer or the champagne right here.
Yeah.
And, I'm like, boy, Shane, you must be a ball at night in bed. Like, letting that big gulp out at night. Yikes.
He doesn't exactly look like a picture of health. Okay, let's just say it.
He doesn't, but he does have beautiful eyes.
Yeah.
He's like got gorgeous, like pools of.
Okay, they're very blue.
Yeah,
right?
pools of blue. Like they look like the ocean.
Well, that's a very nice feature that he has.
It is a nice feature, isn't it?
Also, they did bring in, and I forgot about this, but he has a daughter from his first marriage, Chanel.
Shane?
Shane does, and then that's why Emily was saying
I can't believe Emily's
second
Chanel
marriage. This is Shane's second marriage. I think it might be Emily's first, but
yeah.
Chanel is her
younger than
stepdaughter.
him.
She
looks younger.
She does. But Chanel was telling Emily that Shane was giving her a little bit of a lecture about not eating out too much. But she's like, but you're not setting a good example because you're always with the big gulp. Anyway.
Right. And she's always at the gym. So she's taking it on for the kiddos.
She's taking it on. And he
Good
did
for
say
you,
something about
Emily.
how
we love you.
She's spending a lot of time in the gym and she should be more at home. Okay.
All right. So, these are good problems to have. Right. And then it was just basically like
Travis
the Gina and
moving
Travis,
out.
which we talked about. And she's worried about making a mistake.
It's very
Aren't we all, though,
scene.
right? Yeah,
I felt very sad.
I felt sad, too. But you know
think
what?
She was
I'm
maybe
glad
saying, did I make a mistake?
Gina is, I am woman. Hear me roar. She's doing the Gina show. Good for you, Gina.
She's bringing it this
I'm
season.
glad. I really am loving Gina.
Yeah, I'm loving her, too.
And then she was, it was over. And
actually, I'm going to call this the Gina and Emily show right now.
Oh, my God.
They're
funny. I love them.
Entertaining
and I love that they kind of hooked up at the beginning when they were kind of both new. And they were like, yeah, we're going to stick together. I love that they have that little ally.
They're like partners in
crime. They both turned out to be super funny and super adorable.
They are.
So love it.
So
OC, it was a little bit of a fluff episode.
A bit.
But, we're going to get in there.
Yeah.
We've got stuff. There's
moving
stuff.
along.
There's moving along. We're at episode
coming.
3. I like it that it's not as dark as our friend
as our friends in Jersey.
But
definitely not as dark.
That is where we leave it.
Yep. I'm looking forward to the next episode.
Yes. And by the way.
Yeah. Something about the $75,000 facelift comes up in the next episode.
Oh, John's going to he's looking for the money.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
I saw something about that.
What an animal.
I know.
What?
Frankenstein,
Come on, Frankie. Come on,
Please.
Boris Karloff.
We'll call him Frankie.
Go away. Let's call him Frankie. Frankie, Johnny J. Johnny J. Frankie Jansen, Frankenstein.
Yes.
All right, listen, well, everybody, make sure you go out and get our friend Jackie. Kristen's going to read the book. I'm going to go out and buy a copy, and then we're going to talk about it once we're going to definitely read it. Talk about this book. The Weight of Beautiful. Yes. And that's it for us. We're going to go and enjoy the rest of this gorgeous Friday evening.
I know.
And
absolutely beautiful out.
The BravHos are going to be out from the living room.
We are.
All right, Kristen. Yes. See you back here on Tuesday.
see you Tuesday, Laura.
We're going to be it's going to be the second to last episode of Jersey, or it's not the finale?
It's not the finale. I think there's 2 more.
So. All right. Well,
it's getting there.
It's getting there. Mm-hmm. Here we go. We've stuck with it this long. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, everybody. We'll have a great weekend.
Yes.
And we will see you next week for Jersey. And the ladies in the living room are going outside to drink more champagne.
Yes, we are.
Have a great weekend.
Signing off.
Bye.
Bye.